No.
Oh, there he is. What's up, SNS? How you doing? Welcome back to the show.
Oh man, Max, what's up, baby?
I like the background.
Yeah,
The,
gotta
the
gotta
new
you
drop, the
know,
new drop.
yeah.
How you feeling
Just
about it, man?
something.
I'm proud of you.
I appreciate it, man. I'm excited. I don't know why, but like I was really excited about this tape to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm excited. I'm usually excited about a lot of all of my projects that release, but it'd be like a few of them that I'm like really excited about, depending on the road that it took. But right here, like I don't know why I'm this excited, but I guess it's just like the space that I'm in and like the energy around me has been like so positive and so focused. So I guess I was just really excited to give everybody this body of work.
You know what my favorite track is? The first one.
Of course, I
No
already
chill button
know.
too.
Of course, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course. I'm glad I still get, people that love records like that and all that because I battle with my circle and just people around me because they're so used to everything that's going on right now. They don't necessarily understand. They don't understand the goal that I'm like I'm trying to get to as far as like I'm trying to be in that conversation with J. Cole, Kendrick, Drake, those three
I
top
think you're.
guys that
I think you're better than J. Cole. Let me tell you this. A lot of
oh wow.
people. Hold on, because you know why? That man, and I'm sorry, St. John's, because he went to St. John's. I think he's fallen off. This man hasn't had a good album since 2014.
Wow. Really? You ain't like KOD.
Nope.
You talking about Forest Hill Drive, like that's the I would say well honestly I'm still gonna say I would say Forest Hills Drive is definitely better than For Your Eyes Only and
Yep.
KOD, if my opinion, you know what I'm saying? So I you're not what you're saying doesn't sound far fetched, you know what I'm saying? And I think it stuck more, like it impacted more. You know what I'm saying? Like it stuck with people more. KOD kind of like he still does his high sales, so it's like he can do that and then jet and then chill again. You know what I'm saying? But Forest Hills Drive still has a lot of records that kind of lasted, like Kevin's Heart, Crooked Smile. You know what I mean? It's a couple of those. You know what I mean? So I understand it. But yeah, I'm trying to be in those conversations, and those are the guys that can still like rap. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to give everybody this favorite because if I could record everybody that would argue me down about you know like why do you like about making music still like that? It's like I'm like I guess because everybody's just so wrapped up into how the game is, you know what I'm saying, and how the game is going. But I don't understand them because like when they listen to my projects, before my project comes out, my single is always some turn up, something fun.
Dance
You know?
moves.
Yeah, Dance Move is the single before I let anybody hear the Dance Move was literally the only record and single out of the project before the project dropped. So I don't ever understand those people when they think like that. But because they know how good I am of a rapper, I guess they feel like they want a whole project of just fun music. And I can't do that. I can't give that because I've learned from the very beginning, life is just not one big party. So I have a diverse fan base who people like yourself who like records like No Chill Button and Ghetto Ventin' and things like that. But then there's other fans that like Dance Move and Mob Bop, and then there's other art. Then there's the female fan base that like For More and things like that. So it's like, and then I got people on the West Coast who rock with me. So I gave them records like No Better and On Me, like records that kind of so I know that my goal is to just have everybody have a favorite SNS record. I'm not trying to force nobody, force the world into liking one record. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we put out the single because that's the game. And at certain times, I just play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But my goal is to have everybody have a favorite. The fact that you can tell somebody your favorite is No Chill Button, and then somebody disagrees and like, nah, man, I kind of like this record better. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want everybody to be forced to like because then your project is like, yo, I heard his project. He only got 4 songs on there or 1 song on there that I like, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's going to be 9 times out of 10 the single. So I want everybody, I like my projects to be polarizing, diverse, a bunch of moods, you know what I'm saying? Different vibes and take them through different flows and different sounds. I don't want to sound like everybody.
And that's important because
Yeah,
nowadays everyone sounds the same. I told you how I felt about the nonsense going out here right now.
absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Everybody sounds the same. And it's like, you know, I just don't like J. Cole was on the 2010 freshman list and he's still here. He won a Grammy this year. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like Drake is still the man, you know what I'm saying? Kendrick still the man. So even Meek, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the rappers are still the guys, you know what I'm saying? They can make all sorts of music, which they do, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? But they rap, you know what I'm saying? And it's just New York New York tries so hard to be in the loop that they try to erase the number one thing we were known for to begin with. And I just can't let nobody from New York tell me what's popping or what's not, and what's in when we don't when they're saying no cap. I won't never let a New Yorker tell me what's in when you say what's cap, no cap. Like you don't even say your own lingo from where you from. You know, I can't even. Why would I listen to you?
That's why A Boogie is not the king of New York. People say it all the time that he's the king of New York because he sounds like he's from Atlanta. I wish he could go move there and take over there instead of co-op in New York. I really do.
I look at it like this, right? Like when it comes to Boogie, I feel like every region has like this artist that's like super melodic. And at the time, New York, we was only leaning on like Fetty Wap at a certain time, and he's not technically from New York; he's
New
from
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yep.
So we didn't have one at a certain point in time. So when A Boogie came, he kind of filled that void of we don't have to now lean on Fetty Wap. We have A Boogie, and then now he got like 50 people in New York that sound like him. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like I was okay with Boogie and I was okay with them, period, because the High Bridge gave me balance. I was able to, because I'm not a person. My top 5 for the generation for the past 10 years is Meek, YG, Nip, Big Sean, and Young Thug, right? So very balanced there. Not everybody's a super rap, you know what I mean, MC. Some are, some not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I always like, even the young, like my little brother loves Lil Uzi Vert. I put him on a Lil Uzi Vert. You know what I'm saying? Like I put my whole block on the P&B Rock. You know what I'm saying? I put them on a Young Thug. They don't go a day without listening to Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? So I love to be that bridge in the gap. I need balance though. I can't just listen to one lane, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell my brother all the time, yeah, bro, you're gonna play me 10 rappers and they all sound alike. I'm only gonna like 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? And like I just can't. I need balance. I need to listen to East the same amount of time that I could listen to Roddy Ricch. You know what I'm saying? I need to listen to Benny just as much as I listen to the Baby. And you know what I'm saying? Like I need balance. Even when I was coming up and listening to hip hop, I always needed balance. I was a huge fan of the snap movement. I ain't gonna lie, like the Laffy Taffy, D4L, I love their music. But at the time, at that same time, I was bumping Fab, still bumping Kiss, still bumping Wayne, Hove. You know what I'm saying? Like I was still listening to a lot of these people. And then I would listen to Kanye West, but I was still listening to like West Coast artists. I would listen to Houston artists. I love the regional artists for what I love them for, because when I listen to these guys, I find out where they're from, I find out the sound out there, the culture, and then I judge it off that. I can't, because there's a lot of New Yorkers that don't understand a lot of the sound, so they kind of just write them off. You know what I mean? And I'm not that guy, because maybe it's because I'm an artist. Maybe it's because I'm an artist that I've always listened to, like, I've always been a fan of Snoop, Nate Dogg, and you know what I mean? Like West Coast artists. I loved Mike Jones when he came out.
Yeah.
I like Paul, you know what I'm saying? I like Paul Wall, like when he came out. Paul Wall was hot when he came out, you know what I'm saying? Like
Sitting sideways.
I loved Juvenile when he came out, you know what I'm saying? Like I loved Lil Wayne when he first came out, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even as nice as he was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I liked it, you know what I'm saying? So I just love artists for what I love them for. But when now in this era, it's like everybody is kind of like trying to mimic, and I don't necessarily blame that all on the artists. I think I blame that on like them. I blame that on the powers that be, which I guess would be the DJs and stuff like that.
And the record labels too.
Yes, that's what I was about to say, the A&Rs and the record labels, because they see one formula working, and if they see multiple people doing this one formula, they kind of like try to make all the artists do that. And it's like, yo, if you come with something different, when you do that, the DJs feel like, yo, I can't really play this in my set because it doesn't go with anything. It doesn't go with anything because everybody sounds the same.
That's right.
So it's like for me, that has to, even the fans too. The fans have become very finicky in the past 6-7 years because there's so many artists that come out. It's like when an artist tries to preserve his music and give y'all a body of work to live with, and he doesn't drop for the next year, you kind of like write him off and fuck with all these other artists. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that comes into play. I feel like the fans don't know what they want until somebody else tells them this is hot. You know what I'm saying? Like in this generation, in this era, like the fans don't know what's hot until somebody else tells them hot. One fan will not like it if this is his first time hearing it. But if 30 other people is telling, yo, what are you talking about? This record's hot. That record's gonna grow on him. You know what I'm saying? That record is gonna, you know what I'm saying? I do not like Lil Pump. And that might be the only rapper that I might openly say that I don't like.
I can name about 30, but
I'm pretty sure you can. Like he's a rapper that I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? But when Gucci Gang came out, I hated that song. But as many times as I was in the club and other places and they just kept playing that, it wound up growing on me because it's like they're forcing me to like at this point to hear that. You know what I mean? So I can't just say it's the artist. The artist is trying to stay relevant and stay hot by trying to listen to what the people say instead of be like, yo, listen, what's going on right now? This is what I like right here. This is what I'm going to do. It's hard for an artist to have that backbone and to have that, you know what I'm saying? So I go through it a lot because I have that. Like, I don't care what anybody's doing. It's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dance Move was my first time even getting on one of those type of drill beats and stuff like that. I did it effortlessly because I know how to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. There will not be no sound and I won't know how to do because I know how to rap. So like, it's like, yo, when I did that, now look at the response. I get off Dance Move. People are like, yo, this is fire right here. This is my first beat like that, doing that. And effortless because I know how to rap. You know what I'm saying?
Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, because I like the music. You know what I'm saying? I like it. You won't catch me doing a whole project like that at all.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I have to cater to all my fans. You feel me? Like all my supporters, like, and they like me for different things. There's a certain age bracket that likes me for just music like Love Come Down. So of course I'm gonna give them that type of music, like, you know what I mean? Because they're fans of me. Why would I hold back on that? You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's what makes me a well-rounded artist. I don't like to be put in a box. I cannot. I don't want to be because I know if the beat is hot for me, it motivates me enough to do it, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what lane it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really goes down to. And I think I seen Big Daddy Kane post that on Twitter like mad years ago, like an MC, a true MC, it doesn't matter the beat. It doesn't matter the beat. You know what I'm saying? It's what you do to it.
And this is something I was talking with Jack with last night. You describe yourself as an MC. You're the only
Absolutely.
person, let me tell you this, you're the only person that's been on my show in my 3 years in college that have said that I'm an MC. That's 80s terminology right there.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying. I feel like this is the perfect time to separate the two. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the perfect time to separate the two because it's a plethora of rappers. Anybody can rap. Now, Max, you can rap right now. You can rap right now and do what everybody's doing right now. And if the right amount of people like it, you will be a rapper at that point. You know what I'm saying? It's to
Yeah.
the point where you have a lot of these artists ain't even writing the raps. They just have the look, and somebody will write it for them, and then they will do it, and then they'll be rappers. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm an MC. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a true one because if you think about when hip hop started, they didn't have crazy bars or crazy skill when they first like Sugar Hill Gang
Yeah,
and
Sugar
Missy
Hill
D
Gang.
and
Yeah,
all
they're
this.
they're, they're
Yeah, all these
partying
people.
and doing their thing
Yeah,
that way.
it's the mouthpiece to make everybody move.
Mm.
I feel I do that the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Plus you have skill. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a skill level that's damn near almost unmatched. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I know it sounds like, you know, I'm a little more confident in this interview, but you caught me at the right time. It's not a humble summer, as you can see. So so you know you're gonna hear me talk my shit this time around. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, like I'm an MC. I'm not like none of these rappers. You know what I'm saying? And majority of these rappers niggas ain't even rapping, they singing. So,
A Boogie's a
so
singer. I had Rakim's son on my show last week. Shout out to Tamel. He said A Boogie's a singer. He might as well be like R. Kelly or something. He's a
I mean
singer.
that's not just him. It's majority of them. Like I feel like it didn't even start from him. You got people like Future. You got people like Rich Homie Quan. I would say
Gunna.
Thug. Yes, Gunna. I would have said Thug, but Thug has rapped on other records, so I can't even say him. Like I maybe a couple years back, then I would have probably said him. But he's diverse. He's done switched up so many times.
What
I
about
can't
Roddy?
even say him. He's like in the middle because
I
he's like
can't stand him, but I know we talked about this in our first interview when we were up at the university.
yeah, he's like in the middle because like he definitely does sing. He does a lot of what Young Thug would do, like a lot of early Young Thug. But I've seen him on like LA Leakers and certain stuff, and then like he have the flow like he's rapping. It just is a little more melodic. I don't know how to describe that. But really, like I don't know how to describe that because he'll be rapping, but it'll be like it's just with a little melody to it. Like I don't know how to describe that. He's like, you know, he's really like in the middle. You know what I mean? But you got people like Little Skies and Little Uzi Vert, Trippie Redd, who we like. They make Post Malone. He's another one I don't really like, but not because of his music, but because of I don't like the fact that he doesn't claim to be a rapper, and all his biggest records are hip hop records.
And they're taking up the rap charts.
Yeah, and like, bro, his biggest record to date is Congratulations with Quavo. And then his next one is with 21 Savage. Like, you know, so the first record to get him out the gate, that was like a new age rap record. The White
What was that?
Iverson
White
record.
Iverson?
Yeah, that's like a new age
Yeah.
rap record. That's like what people do now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say, but he's not a rapper. Like he doesn't rap. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't rap. So it's like, but I guess I don't know. Like I guess that's the new age rap. But then again, you have people like Meek, Big Sean, Kendrick, J. Cole, Drake, even Drake. Drake will sing your bitch's panties off. But that nigga will rap. Ain't that many niggas that can see that nigga on that
He's
mic.
got those ghostwriting allegations and accusations.
No, it's not even accusations. They're proven. Like they're proven.
Yeah, Quentin Miller.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's proven. You know what I'm saying? So I have to put him in like a Kanye West bracket. You know what I'm saying? He can't be in the Jay-Z, Nas, Kiss, Fab, that category anymore because you got niggas right for you.
Yeah.
So I have to put you in the Eazy-E, Puff Daddy, Dr. Dre, Kanye West. I'm gonna say Kanye West because Kanye has wrote some raps before, and Drake writes raps. It's just now because of that, you never know what he wrote and what he didn't write. That's it. So now I gotta put you. I have to make you. He's like Kanye. He's literally like the Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like, yo, bro, I was heartbroken when I heard Kanye didn't write Jesus Walks. I mean, I was heartbroken. I was really mad. I was really mad because that's like one of them records that hey, that shit hit right here.
Yeah, because that's a classic.
That's a classic, bro. And he got wrecked. And him not to write that, it was like, and because if you think of Kanye's early background, he comes from like the conscious backpack rapper lane. And all them niggas write their raps. So it's like, you know what I mean? The most Defs, Talibs, you know what I mean? GLCs, like all of them write, except him. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But he's a very talented artist, and so is Drake. You know what I mean? But there's people like me. There's Big Sean. There's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar has 12 Grammys, bro. Nobody in this game, nobody in the past 10 years has more Grammys than him. There's 12.
And I hated Damn. I couldn't stand it.
Really?
Yeah, I like Duckworth, but the rest of the album, trash it.
You didn't like Element?
Not really.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You a tough critic, Max. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, but we need them. Like, we need those. You know what I'm saying? We need those. We're in a game where like we're in an era where people don't even want to tell a nigga the album's whack. Like, we're like people like, I don't like the album's whack to me. Like niggas don't like to say that no more. Niggas will be like, you know what? We're surrounded by so many people, even the legends. Dude.
Yes, man.
Like, yo, we're like, yo, even the legends will say, yo, listen, man, can't say nothing as long as that man is feeding his family, take care of his family.
Oh, that's what they all say.
That's what I'm saying. That's the new narrative.
Shout out to my guy Capone. Capone always tells me that when I have him on my show. He's feeding his family. And it makes me feel guilty. But at the same time,
it's like
people were feeding their families with lyrics back in the 90s.
True. But I'm not gonna lie, I have to say this. Everybody wasn't lyrically inclined in the 90s. There were always the guys that were less skillful, even in the 80s. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care what nobody say. God bless Heavy D. He was not that skillful to me as a rapper. I'm just being honest. I don't feel he's that skillful to me as a rapper. I don't feel I want to name another legend so I don't look like I'm just saying Heavy D. The Heavy D was just the first one that come to mind because I'm thinking about all the records that I know from him. Shit, you had people like, all right, Havoc wasn't that skillful to me. He wasn't that, like, I know about 30 rappers that can rap circles around Havoc.
G-Rap, he could.
G-Rap was skillful. We're not even gonna say him.
Yeah.
All right, Tupac, he makes great music. But what does he really say that make you scratch your head and be like, oh, that line was hard, or that was a clever line right there. Did you hear what he said right there? Or let me rewind this back. He ain't give you that.
No. He's legendary because of the stories he told. He was more of a storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely. But I ain't gonna lie, that takes a certain level of skill, though, to be honest. That takes a certain level of skill. But then a lot of these guys in this day and age tell stories. They tell
if you can understand them and if you can get past the Google lyrics.
That's true. That's true. That's true. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people like Rod Wave. Rod Wave is a singer. He's a singer. He's not a rapper to me.
Yeah.
But he tells stories. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I don't even want to listen to them, how heartfelt them stories be, them songs be. I'm like, oh, no, I can't listen to this. Not right now.
Yeah.
You know, not right now. I got to be in the mood for that right there. You know what I'm saying? Even I never seen Nate Dogg's music classified as R&B. I think they classified that as hip hop. You know what I'm saying? He didn't rap.
No.
That's what I know.
But you know what? They should make it a separate genre, G-funk.
Absolutely. I think it's a bunch of Nate Dogs right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
No, come on. No, Nate Dogg was amazing. He's a legend. These guys can't even
No.
touch that.
All right, then I would say, well, would you say Ty Dolla $ign is like a Nate Dogg?
I can't do it because Nate Dogg's too legendary.
Mm.
He's too
I mean,
legendary. He had his own sound.
right. No, you're right. So then it would be T-Pain then. T-Pain would be that.
You're saying T-Pain would be Nate Dogg?
T-Pain would be the Nate Dogg of this generation, because if it wasn't for T-Pain, where would any of these guys be?
That's true. I can agree. I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even have an 808s and Heartbreaks if it wasn't for T-Pain. We wouldn't have Lollipop if it wasn't for T-Pain. We wouldn't have Got Money if it wasn't for T-Pain.
Yeah, no.
I'm just going to name a lot of Lil Wayne records that's hits. You know what I'm saying?
Blame it on the juice.
Oh, my God. We wouldn't have that if it wasn't for T-Pain. We wouldn't have Mary did auto-tune. R. Kelly did auto-tune. It would. I don't even know how the rap game would sound if we didn't have T-Pain. If T-Pain didn't come out. Like, I don't even know.
But do you think T-Pain, even though we look at him as a great artist for what he's done, did he ruin it? Because auto-tune to me, he's ruined R&B. There's nothing like 90s and early 2000s R&B. Once the auto-tune comes into play, it ruins the genre for me.
That's not his fault, though, because that's everybody that copied him. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
That copied him because at one point it was just T-Pain, and then we had Kanye and Lil Wayne, and it was just them three only. And then after that, everybody started doing it. So, you know what I mean? It's the people that copy it because they see it works. And that's how this generation is. They see everybody singing, so they feel like they have to sing. You know what I'm saying? Like, my little brother, the baby might be the only rapper he listens to that doesn't sing or doesn't sing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, every other rapper he listens to sings. All of them. From Lil Durk to Lil Uzi to Travis Scott to he listens to Post Malone. All of them sing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, like, it's like, but it's the fans. That's what they want to listen to. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's a mixture of the two. That's what I really try on my projects. I really try to have records for everybody, because I don't want to go through I don't want to appear to just one lane, and it'll help me tour a lot. Like, I get on, and my first album has so much vibes. I'm hot. So you say, all right, say I'm one of the hottest in the game, and I drop this album, and this album has West Coast vibes, down South vibes, New York vibes. I'm gonna kill in New York. The West Coast, I'm already hot to the West Coast anyway. But so when I have a record that's booming in the West Coast, that's a West Coast feel, they're gonna love it. Then I'll remix that record with one of the West Coast artists, they're gonna love it. Do a down South record, they're gonna love it. And then remix it with one of them artists, they're gonna love it even more. And I'll be touring. I don't have to, because say I go to the South and I perform No Chill Button, that will not work for me. You know what I'm saying? Because and to be honest, a lot of Southern artists, until they heard like the Jay-Z's and the Nas's of the world and really listened to them, they thought them guys were some super duper rappers until they heard that they talking the same shit that Gucci Mane, T.I. and all them talking, just a different way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like to be that perfect artist, you want to be everything. Because in New York right now, New York City, it's literally one or the other. I feel like I'm one of the only artists that have it all. You have people that can rap very well and they can't make songs. And then you got people that can just make all the songs, but they can't rap well. Like, I'm scared to even hear the freshman freestyles this year. I ain't gonna lie, I think they should end that. I think Double XL should abolish that. Like, from that. Like, I think that part should be out of it. Like,
these artists can't freestyle. It's a joke. That's why when Funk Flex puts these artists up there, you're wasting your time. You aren't going to get the quality that you want.
I think he just be doing it on purpose. Like,
You think?
I think he does it on purpose. I ain't gonna lie, I think Flex does it on purpose. I think he knows. But also, I think he wants to see certain people rise up to the occasion, because Moneybagg Yo came up there twice. Like, he came up there twice.
Yeah.
That's not even a rapper I would even think to go up there twice. You know what I'm saying? He went up there once, did his thing. That freestyle actually went viral. So when it went viral, the nigga had to put the freestyle on his project. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so some of that type of shit helps. And like I said, with the balance that Highbridge gives me, because I got A Boogie and I got Don Q. You know what I mean? I can listen to Don for all the bars that I want to listen to. And then I can listen to A Boogie for the melodies and for the songs that I need to hear for certain moods too. Like, but now look, Don is an artist. In order for Don to be a superstar, he has to do both. He has to find a way to do both without trying to sing or sound like somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Can you picture Don Q singing?
Nope.
No, I don't either. I've heard it and I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But he has the ability to have flows on certain records. So if a song is put together right for him, it could be out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what New York is like. But then you have the artists that have this fan base, it's such loyal fan base that it gets you there just on straight rapping, like the Griselda family. The Griselda family, they have that fan base. They're rare. I ain't gonna lie, they're rare. They're rare because you got people like Drake, Jay, Eminem, like all these people showing them love, and that's by sticking to their guns. That's why I don't be listening to my friends and stuff like that when they try to get me to like do shit like everybody else. Because I know I'm like, yo, I can't wait till I'm in the game and we laugh about it like, yo, S really got on by doing what he wanted to do and not trying to just fit in. Cause I'm from Harlem, bro. I ain't trying to. We don't fit in. First of all, it ain't even that many Harlem artists that even became stars in this shit. So I gotta do that for them. For that. Everybody's end game is different too. I feel like majority of the people that I know coming up in the city, they'll be okay being Meek Mill lit. You know what I'm saying? If they was Meek Mill lit, they might stop rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Meek my man. He my favorite artist of this generation. I do not want to be Meek Mill lit. I'm trying to be Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole lit. I'm trying to be in that conversation. Because I know as a New York artist, if I'm in that conversation, what it does for New York.
It puts us back on the map.
I know if I'm a New York artist that's in that conversation of Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, I'm automatically Crown King of New York. I'm automatically, because how you gonna defend it? Unless, like, because if I'm in that conversation for impact, sales, all sorts of stuff. You feel me? Because all three of them is doing that. Like, if I drop my first album and I sell 300,000, I'm king to New York off rip. I'm king. And I'm debut #1, I'm king. Like, they're gonna be like, yo, New York has a new king of New York. And at that point, it'll be hard to get that artist out of there that can do it all. How you getting that artist out of there? How you getting him out of that forefront? You know what I'm saying? How you get him out of there? You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? To try to get there.
And you have the backing by many legends and artists. Jim Jones backs you. Dave East backs you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm just starting to get these cosigns, man. I mean, East always been showing love, and Jim, he's more now. Like as of recent, he's just more now on my campaign. We've been talking every other day. We actually have a record together.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's going on now. The Humble Summer 2, the deluxe. I just we that's a world big announcement.
Oh, that's that's gonna be
No one knows
fire.
that. No one knows that. I ain't even tell Jack that.
That's fire. Congrats on
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah, man, I
big.
appreciate it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And we shooting a video this month, so
You've been
it's
working. I saw you throughout Corona. I've been trapped up in my home studio for like I don't know since the last week of February. I've only been out five
yeah,
times, but I've seen you on
yeah,
Instagram Live. You'll put the mask on. You'll go into the
yeah,
studio and record.
yeah. I quarantine. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that hurt me with the quarantine is because me and Jack, we were traveling. We was traveling. Like, you know what I'm saying? We came all the way up to, St.
Yeah,
John's
yeah.
and all that. So we were traveling. We was doing our rounds. We did CT. We did Philly. We was doing our rounds. So that was the only thing that kind of that hurt me. But I'm not gonna lie. Like, I probably wouldn't have came out with Not a Humble Summer 2 if quarantine didn't happen because of just the hunger that I had. Like quarantine, I seen everybody stuck in a crib and everybody didn't know what to do. Even the rappers, the up and coming rappers. I'm like, what? Y'all niggas is bugging. This is the perfect time. I'm in a studio going crazy. I'm over there giving people content. I'm doing freestyles every Monday. You know what I'm saying? Like giving everybody content. I'm doing my own version of verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was giving everybody content. I knew like, yo, if everybody's in the crib just watching TV or on a computer or on their phones, I'm seeing everybody like, I'm like, oh, niggas ain't dropping, niggas ain't doing. I'm about to start dropping. I'm over here, wow, I'm about to start wilding. You know what I'm saying? And I cooked up so many bangers just to have, like, you know what I'm saying? Just because I knew when if quarantine even is over before this year is out, I know I'm gonna wow on them. Me and Jack, right before it started to look like it was gonna open up, I told Jack, like, yo, I got enough records to put a project out for the summer. I just gotta see how outside does. And he like, let's see how it goes. Fortunately, outside started to open up in New York because everybody was being responsible. Once I started seeing certain things get opened up, I started seeing it was like mad block parties and stuff like that. I seen people just partying. I'm like, oh, y'all niggas is bugging. Outside opened up. I started shooting mad videos. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm shooting mad videos. I shot 3 videos in a day. Like, I already shot half of the project. Like, I shot videos for half the project already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready. I'm loaded up. I ain't gonna lie, I'm loaded. You feel me? So I knew this was the perfect time to be even more aggressive, more consistent. You feel me?
Yep.
So it was definitely about time to just work.
I saw you vibing out to Ross Swish a couple weeks ago in the car.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ross Swish. He was on my show a few weeks ago.
You see, bro? Like, you see, I like all vibes. Like, and mind you, like I wasn't too crazy about him. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, like, you know what I'm saying? When my little brother put me on to him when he had a record called, I think it was called This and That. I'm like, it's all right. It wasn't crazy to me. As I started, like, I lied that he was consistent. He was dropping. So then I started certain records I started to like Tretion, and then
Who
when he gave
Forever.
me Woo Forever is my banger. I love
Yeah.
that record. I ain't gonna lie, I love that record. I might have played that 5 times in one day. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I rocks with that. I like him now. You know what I'm saying? Now I like his music. You know what I mean? So I like a lot of music, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to Ross Swish, Brooklyn. Shout outs to Brooklyn and Ross Swish.
Shout to Fabio too.
Shouts to Fabio Foreign, double XL freshman, big for New York. Him and Little TJ, that's big. I don't remember the last time we had 2 artists on the freshman list.
I couldn't name it.
I don't remember it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, shouts to Fabio. He's doing his thing. Shouts to Lil TJ. He's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? This is why, and it motivates me to go harder, because you see, like, Brooklyn be having a bunch of artists come out. And then Bronx now got A Boogie and Lil TJ, and Cardi B is wilding again. You know what I'm saying? Harlem right now is just East and Ferg. That's why I gotta get. That's why I'm wild. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we got right now. It's East.
You gotta be next, though. You gotta be next.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I ain't even. I know, like I said, I know it's gonna be more. I know it's more difficult for me because of the artist I am. But I don't. If bro, I told Hov I was coming for his crown, bro. I know that shit ain't gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? I know it's gonna be easy, but I know how to make music, bro. That thing doesn't. And I only get more dangerous by the project. You know what I'm saying? I only get more dangerous. I only start fucking with more flows. I only start fucking with more types of vibes and more types of sounds. So shit is only gonna get more dangerous from here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be a point where musically a nigga gonna be like, yo, S fell off at all. I rap too good.
You do.
If I do say so myself, you know what I'm saying?
Not
like,
a humble summer. You gotta duck your head. Duck your head down again.
Not a humble summer. Volume 2 out now on all streaming platforms, man. This is a soundtrack to somebody's life, especially for the summer. Like, you know what I mean? I'm giving you everything on there. You can't even go wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every vibe on this is it.
Yeah. Not a humble summer 2. No chill button 2.
No.
Let's talk about that opening. We gotta talk about that opening.
That's just one of them things I could do. You know what I mean? That's the perks of being, you know, them 3 letters up there. You know what I'm saying? That's the perks of being, you know, them 3 letters. You know, you can.
He gave you that cosign.
You could pull them strings like that. You know what I'm saying? Big shout outs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know that's fucking everybody up right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's how that's going. That's how they're gonna listen to them bars. You know what I'm saying? Listen to the bars, man. You know what I mean? Start the project off like that. Demon. And I had to. I ain't gonna lie. I know that beat is not like one of those. Now it's not gonna. The youngins ain't gonna care for that type of sounding. You know what I'm saying? But every one of my projects, no matter what project it is, my first record always shows the nigga, you know what you about to get here. Like, it always shows that nigga I can rap and I'm nice. And it ain't just for the people that know I can rap. Because I had to talk with my man the other day, and he's like, yo, I feel like you still trying to prove that you're nice. Like, we know you're nice. I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to prove to y'all that I'm nice. I'm trying to prove to the people that don't know me that I'm nice. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing No Chill Button 2, Dance Move, and For More. Right I've been on a bunch of DJ Coalition conference calls.
Shout out to Jack for that, right?
Big shouts to Jack though for that. The super Jack of all trades, the Haitian Jack himself. I played those 3 records, and we playing in front of DJs from Atlanta, Texas, Maryland, Philly. They loved all 3. Especially the Southern DJs. Why? Because they know I'm from New York. And that's the type of shit they want to hear. They want to hear New York. They tired of hearing New York sound like them.
Perfect answer right there.
Yeah, they don't disrespect New York. They just tired of New York sounding like them. It's almost, bro, it's so crazy in New York City right now that in the studios, the engineers automatically have the auto-tune on just because they think every rapper's gonna rap like that. That's sad right there. As soon as I come in the booth, The nigga shit auto-tuned on already. I'm like, yo, bro, you gotta take that off. Now, and look, I ain't
Good for you. Good for
you know what
you.
I'm saying?
Turn that off.
And don't get it fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you can see on the project, I have shit on it where it's auto-tuned on it. You know what I mean? That's just not my go-to. That's everybody's go-to.
But the thing is, with when you do that, you prove you can do it.
Absolutely. And I make people appreciate it because I don't drown them with it. So when I do it, it's almost like, oh, shit, this nigga S just used tune just now, and it's fire. They're gonna love it even more because I don't do it often. If I do it often, you're gonna be used to it. And like, oh, that's regular S shit. The only reason why me being nice is not regular S shit is because it's regular S shit to be nice. But when they hit, but you never know what I'm gonna say there. Like when I'm nice, but when you hear the bars, you never know what I'm gonna say. So the bars is what get you at that point. Now the other singles, if you hear me do tune on one of the records, is like, oh, and it's fire. They gonna appreciate it more because I don't do it often. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my forte. Even when I'm being melodic, I still don't use auto-tune a lot. I'm on some Max B vibe shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my vibe. Exactly. My crib is like the perfect example of that. Like that right there is like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't need tune on it. Now, mind you, I don't think every label is gonna understand that type of shit. They're not gonna understand like the Max B of everything and all that. And it's cool, but it ain't really. I don't expect everybody to understand that shit. You feel me? But I know. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm never gonna change what I'm doing musically because I know, bro, this is a tell a friend era. So if Ross signs me tomorrow, all the music that I'm pushing is gonna be the hottest shit in the world to everybody else. It's just who says you're hot determines how many other people say you're hot. I remember people used to shit on Trinidad James until Ross brought him on stage. And then All Go Everything was a hit. I remember people was fronting on 6ix9ine in the very, very, very beginning.
Oh, the sewer rat.
Yeah, the rat. Let's call him the rat.
He's a sewer rat.
Yeah, like for me, when Master Splinter first came out, niggas didn't understand it like that. But when everybody started liking it, he was hot. It's you know what I'm saying? This is really nobody wants to be the first person to fuck with something, but want to act like they're the first people to fuck with something. Like they don't want to be the first. But when everybody starts listening to that person, they be like, now niggas want to bump this nigga. I've been bumping this nigga. No, you listened to that nigga and you didn't care for him, and now everybody else do, and now you care for the nigga. That's what this is, bro. And for me, I'm not letting that mindset alter how I do music. No way.
And Akon's in the dump too for even making a song with him. I saw your post and I agreed. He's in the dump.
He's canceled. I ain't gonna lie.
He's canceled.
He's canceled. I'm sorry. I love Akon, bro. He's canceled.
But to make the song Locked Up, a remix of all songs.
I seen my son just talking to him too. My son was over there telling him, and Carl was just like, yo, y'all not gonna understand the bigger picture. I'm still waiting for the bigger picture. I don't understand the bigger picture. Because with 6ix9ine did, it ain't that shit ain't. It's not about this. It's not about the snitching, just the snitching part. That boy, like, he got y'all feeling like his gang is what made him act like this. No, nobody told him put money on Chief Keef's head. No one told him do that. You feel me? He just had the security of his niggas behind him so he can do anything he want. Suge Knight used to do the same thing for Pac. Suge Knight be like, yo, bro, you can say and do whatever the fuck you want. We got you. And Pac would do and say whatever the fuck he want, because who's gonna say something to Death Row? I don't wanna compare Pac to 6ix9ine.
Yeah, no.
But I can have that conversation with a street nigga, and I'll make them niggas understand how certain shit about about Boy, and they're gonna be like, yo, that's crazy. They're not gonna want to think about it like that because it's Tupac. But whatever.
And speaking of Tupac, I want to bring this up because last time we had a long conversation about Tupac. I think we might have had a half-hour conversation about Tupac that night. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
Tupac Shakur, one of the, probably the greatest one. I think he's the greatest to ever do it, just to the impact that he has. But
I disagree. I think I ain't gonna lie, but he's one of them, and I like Tupac. I like Tupac. I ain't gonna lie, but I can't even say he's the greatest to ever do it. Like
based on impact, just impact because of the when you think of hip hop, you think of Tupac. He's the face of hip hop.
Yeah, he's because a lot of artists want to be like him, but I feel like it's not the music that they want to be like, and which still has a lot to do with impact. So I can understand how somebody will say that. Like somebody will say Tupac as being the biggest artist, and because his music is so much. His music has lasted so many generations. Like everybody will still listen to Dear Mama, and everybody will still and feel that. So I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. But I want people to also understand that as much people love Pac, keep the same energy with the artists of today and Pac, because Pac did a lot of the shit a lot of these new artists did, and they penalized the new artists for it. So, like the Pearsons, that man had a nose ring. They got mad at Meek for telling everybody that Drake don't write his raps. Tupac told everybody that Dr. Dre don't make all his beats. We don't like some of the rappers for being dry snitching. Tupac went on TV and interviews and told everybody Biggie knows who shot him. Biggie was like, I don't know who shot him. He's wilding. He knows who shot him. So I just want everybody to keep that same energy. But a lot of people don't know their history, and a lot of the older heads, they just be stuck in their ways and think that somebody can't pull their car. But Jay-Z on 444 said that. He said, old niggas, let's stop acting like brand new, like Tupac ain't have a nose ring too. That's, you know what I mean? In a nutshell, that's what he meant. Like, don't front of these artists for wearing, yo, bro, if you Google Tupac right now, images and photo shoots, and you see some of the photos that he used to take back then, I'm just saying.
But the question that I had for you, because we had that long discussion about Tupac, about him being from Harlem and just basically not even representing Harlem by going to the West Coast and acting like a West Coast rapper. Do you hear Harlem in his music at all?
Never did. He don't sound like Cam, Big L, none of them. I was never able to close my eyes, listen to his music, and see Harlem. Now, before he got with Suge Knight, I still couldn't see it. He made a lot of meaningful music, so you couldn't really tell where he was from at that point. But you knew he was from New York. But when he got with Suge, all that music is straight West Coast. Straight West Coast. So I was never able to hear Harlem from Tupac. Like, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I don't hear Harlem in, well, I'm not gonna lie. Sonically, I do not hear Harlem in A$AP Rocky. But if people hear the lyrics that he says in a lot of those music, he's talking Harlem shit. So I'd have to say, if I close my eyes and listen to his music, I would still hear Harlem. I'm not even really a fan of A$AP Rocky like that.
Long Live A$AP is my favorite by him. That's it.
Me too. That's the first album, right?
Yeah, One Train.
Yeah, it's my favorite album from him. I'm not gonna lie, Testing was all right too, though. The newest one, I kind of like the album. I think that was a good album. He's all right. He's not my cup of tea.
There's
But
not a lot of cup of teas out there for me now. You know that. You know that. I
nope.
sit down with I've sat down with some of these trap artists and drill artists, and I ask them, "Who's your inspirations?"
And who do
They'll
they?
tell me DMX. They'll tell me, "Oh, Fabulous, Biggie, Jay-Z." But I don't hear anything like that in their music. I don't hear those artists in their music at all.
I think they are telling people what they think they want to hear.
Think so?
I think they're scared to say, I grew up listening to Lil Wayne, Kanye West, Drake, those type of niggas. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta tell a nigga DMX, bro. Yo, bro, if you look up to DMX, your music gonna be more aggressive than that. If that was a nigga you grew up listening to, and he carved and he inspired you to make music, you would sound like Casanova, 50, one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you would make a lot of painful or meaningful music because DMX did that too.
Slipping.
Yes, what I'm saying.
Prime
Like,
example.
I think they tell people what they think. Like they'll tell you what they think you want to hear. But if you don't hear it in them, it's like it'll be a shocker. Like, really? Now, when Rocky said he grew up to a lot of Houston music, you can hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Even the down south artists were better back then. Outkast, Underground
Right,
Kings, the
right,
Ghetto Boys.
right.
And now they sound all mumble rappers. They're all mumble rappers. They weren't mumbling. Underground Kings wasn't mumbling. Ghetto Boys wasn't mumbling.
You're right. Trap music came about, and T.I. started that.
Yeah. Yep.
But I don't know, he was nice. So
Yeah.
like,
He was.
T.I.'s nice. He's like my top 10 of all time. T.I.'s in it. I love T.I. T.I. and Ross are my two favorite Southern artists, period.
So Rick Ross is in your top 10?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, let me bring this question up to you right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a conversation with a lot of people. Well, not on my show, but off the show. Rick
Mm-hmm.
Ross, the parole officer. How do you feel about that?
He shouldn't have lied about it. That's all. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he shouldn't have lied about it. When especially if Trick Daddy was saying it, because that's the first person who told everybody he was a correctional officer. He said that he basically said it, denied it. He shouldn't have denied it. He could have been like, yeah, I was a correctional officer. That was a job, nigga. That don't mean I wasn't hustling, none of that shit. And they'd have swept that under the rug. I mean, people still sweeping under the rug. But like, that's why he should have lied about it. Because there's wild Floridians that vouch for his hustling. It's just he lied about the seat, and then like as if Trick Daddy couldn't get that. I don't know, but I don't know because it's Trick Daddy. He started with him, so I don't know why. Like that's like a nigga who started with Hov, telling Hov, yo, let me not say Hov because Hov got the power to make a lot of shit go away. I gotta say somebody else. Like shit. Oh, well, shit. Look what Pusha T did to Drake. That's like a nigga telling him. That's like Pusha just saying to the world before he did it. No, perfect. That's like me telling everybody that yo, Drake don't write his raps, and Drake tell everybody, don't believe what you hear, don't believe the rumors, and then Meek just back out all the reference tracks he backed out anyway. And I'm like, come on, bro. You could have just told us. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But Ross is a phenomenal rapper. He makes great music. He actually makes some of the best albums I've ever heard. That part is definitely a chink in his armor because he lied about it. But as a correctional officer, I can't. I understand how 50 made it, because 50 made it. 50 poured wild sauce on that. Like he made it. He made that correctional officer thing bigger than what it was.
Get the strap.
I ain't gonna lie. People be thinking 50 the one who told everybody. And it wasn't. Like, it was Trick Daddy first. But 50 so big, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it was just more impactful when he told everybody. And he had the pics. I ain't gonna lie, he had the pics, he had the transcripts. Like,
No, he violates you when 50 comes for you. You don't want 50
like,
against you. Look what he did to Ja
like,
Rule. He brought up the first two rows at the Ja Rule concert.
yo, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, he's another one that was not skilled to me. Ja Rule.
Okay, let me spin this to you this way. Let me spin it to you. We talk about Pac. He was a great storyteller, not great lyrically as someone you'd compare to Cool G Rap or Pun or Big L. Ja Rule, he did the remix to, what was it, So Much Pain?
Mm-hmm.
He sounds a lot like Pac on that record. And he's even got Pac on there at the end of it. He took the clip on there and put it at the end.
That was the era of that nigga trying to be like Pac. And I ain't like that. I wasn't a big fan of Ja Rule. I liked all his hit records that he came out with, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. All of them. Like, every hit record Ja Rule came out with, I liked all of them. Except for the shit he did with Lil Wayne. That was ass. But I can't front. You can't take away the hits Ja Rule got. He
A fire.
Will smoke the shit out of somebody in the verses. So I gotta give credit when credit is due with Ja Rule. I just didn't think he was he was skilled. But if you think about it, 50's not even that skilled play. He's not super crazy lyrically.
No.
He can be. It's just he can be. I've seen him get like that. It's on certain records he do get like that. Majority of the time is when he's dissing you, but
like the record when he came out against all those rappers is a joke.
How to Wrong.
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, I still love that song to this day.
He shouldn't have said Pun's name. You can't diss Pun. That's the god right there.
East love Pun. When me and East be talking about rap, East love Pun.
He's top 5 for me.
I ain't mad at that. All right, see, it's them niggas that I'm trying to embody though. Pun was super dangerous, but that boy had hits.
Yeah,
that boy had hits.
He did.
You could be nice
and have hits,
but when you bring me to exactly, Jay-Z did it, Biggie Smalls did it, Big Pun did it, Mace did it, Nas did it, but he don't got that many hits. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think Nas has that many hits. I think Nas has more. I think Nas just music itself is just more impactful than it actually being hit. A hit record. He has a few though. Like One Mic is a hit.
New York State of Mind.
New York State of Mind has to be a hit.
The World Is Yours, huge, 2K, it's all over the place. Yep.
If I Rule the World would be a hit. Hate Me
Made You
Now
Look.
is a hit. Made You Look is a hit.
Would you consider Ether a hit?
I guess you have to, right? Because the nigga say, yo, nigga, eat the Jew.
It's now a cultural term in hip hop.
Yeah, it is. I ain't gonna front. I'm mad because you did that to my guy Jay.
I told you, I said Nas is my favorite rapper of all time.
Yeah, you did tell me that. But see, that's why you're such a tough critic. Because of the rappers that you like. My step pops was he actually the reason. My little brother's father, he's actually the reason that I actually rap. Like when I was when I was young, he used to cut my hair and rap over the beats like he was rapping at me and shit like that. So that's how one of the days I just put it in my rap in my notebook and basically battled him at that point, and then kept writing raps from there. He loved Nas. I love Jay. We used to always bump him. I'm younger than him. Of course, I'm way younger than him. I was young, but I love Jay. And he liked Nas, Das Effects, Dead Prez. Like, I know these artists through him.
Das
You know what I'm
Effects,
saying?
They Want Effects, Back in Effect.
Yeah. Like, I feel
Classics.
like this too. I feel like, it's crazy because I think hip hop is the only genre where they try to almost not erase, but really try to forget about the history. Where the history almost doesn't matter. Like, football history has always mattered. Basketball history always matters. Rock and roll history always matters.
But hip hop doesn't. And do you agree with this though? Shouldn't hip hop have their own Hall of Fame?
Yes, absolutely.
Why is hip hop artists going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Like, I get it. I mean, there should be certain ones. Don't get me wrong. Run DMC, Beastie Boys, they're in there just because of what they did in
They
basically
put
making some rock records. The
they put
crossover
Tupac
track
in
with
there though,
Run
didn't they?
DMC and Aerosmith, Walk This Way, that's Hall of Fame. Beastie Boys, Hall of Fame, rock and roll.
True.
But let's get the Hall of Fame in for hip hop where we can put Biggie in there. We could put Pun in there. And
I
all
think
these lyrical artists.
the powers that be should do that. I think the powers that be should do that because we the number one genre. Why don't we make our own Hall of Fame and honor people like Nas, honor people like Ice-T, honor people like Ice Cube, Corrupt, Coogee Rap, Kumo D, LL, MC Shan, KRS-One. A lot of the youngins, they don't know none of these rappers I'm talking about.
Kumo
But
D, I know.
yeah, no, I'm just saying the younger guys, they're not gonna know what I'm talking about.
I think do you think I'm gonna throw a nice little curveball here? Because people, I know my 80s hip hop too. Death Blow, well, that came out in the 90s when he was beefing with LL Cool J. Have you heard the records?
I think my pops played one of them for me. I think he played Kumo D because Kumo D's from my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Kumo D's from my neighborhood. So we got like we know him. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that they had now see that's kind of like him versus LL Cool J is literally what's going on in hip hop today, where the older generation just looks at what they do is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what Kumo D, because Kumo D's super lyrical. So for somebody to be, so if he sees somebody like LL being the pretty boy, but he nice, but he a pretty boy, so you trying to write off the fact that he nice. You kind of like he and Kumo D always shoot first. You know what I'm saying? He shot first against Busy B. He's kind of the reason why we have hip hop, where people was able to rap. Because before that, Busy B was just doing more chants than anything. And Kumo D got on there and
Busy B was, what was it? Suicide.
He's on there. He's on the clubs going, a bomb, diggy, bomb, the dang, a dang, diggy, diggy. and then Kumo D comes on there and says, what he doing ain't rap. Like, what he doing ain't it. And then Kumo D gets on there, kills Busy B. And then now we have rap. Now you have to say more stuff. And then other than just chant, other than saying, yo, Max, my mellow, my man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Instead of it going that, now you gotta say shit. I feel like Kumo D installed that. And then you got people like KRS, who made it more competitive.
Do you think he was better solo or better with Boogie Down Productions?
I like. See, I heard the Boogie Down Productions album. I kind of like KRS One by himself.
Return of the Boom Bap.
Yeah, and you know why? It's the same reason I like Eric Sermon by himself. Like I like Eric Sermon with the Def Squad
With Keith Murray, Redman, yeah.
more than EPMD. But then again, EPMD ain't my era. Neither is Def Squad, but I can relate more to Def Squad than the EPMD. So maybe because EPMD was just not my era.
Have you heard the El Nino album by Eric Sermon, Redman, and Keith Murray?
I've never heard the full album of the Def Squad. I've heard records here and there because I know they used to fuck with K Solo.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never actually, and you know what's so crazy? A couple weeks ago, I told myself, yo, one of these days, I'm gonna just like, every now and then, I'm gonna just chill and listen to just wild 80s hip hop and get inspired. Like, because I know a lot of them and I know a lot of the songs, but I don't know all of them. And even from the artists, like I know certain things from Kumo D, but I didn't hear albums worth. Heard certain shit from KRS-One, but not albums worth.
You know Knowledge is King by Kumo D, right?
I know it, but I didn't hear it.
That album, that's my favorite Kumo D album.
I don't think I've ever sat and listened to a full Kumo D album, but I've heard music, plenty of music from him. We had to, because Wild Wild West is about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's about us. Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? It's Harlem. He's from the west side of Harlem. And that's I think I gotta start saying that too in more of my interviews. The fact that Kumo D's from my neighborhood. That's like real hip hop shit.
That's a legend.
There. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta start saying that more. I'll be forgetting that. But he's dead ass from my neighborhood. When we have something called Skrilla Hill Day every year, where it's like, you know, the old timers, they throw some shit, they, you know, throw some big block party or whatever. And damn near every year, Kumo D's there. And he's performing the Fearless 4 records. He might perform, he don't perform every year. He might have performed like maybe 3 times the most. Majority of the times he's just there chilling, fucking with the people, and all the old heads still talk to him. He still talks to them, show them love. Everybody's chopping it up. He's there chilling. It's dope. It's dope to see that. Like when I first met him, I met him older, so like at Skrilla Hill Day. So I'm like, you know what I mean? When I told my pops what my pops was and stuff like that, all these he was hype. You know what I'm saying? To tell your father, I said, "What's up?" My father was out of town at the time, so I couldn't even. I called him after, like, yo, I just met Kumo D. I'm hype.
But see how more special it would be to meet a guy like Kumo D than, say, J. Cole?
I mean,
Kumo D is legendary.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, like every genre, every business has its own. In every generation, there's legends. Like we love Kobe, right? Kobe's a legend. But there's people older than that era that was like, yo, bro, he ain't no George Gervin. He ain't no Magic Johnson. He ain't no, you know what I'm saying? He ain't no Julius Erving. He ain't no Clyde. That's probably how, you know, the older guys
Yeah.
feel. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like it's just the same way. Like, even in battle rap, you have the Mooks, Loaded Luxes and stuff. The newer generation, they don't look at Mook as the king of battle rap. They look at Lux as one of the kings because he still get his hands dirty. He still battle niggas. But Mook, to the industry, Mook is still king. To the battle world, he's obsolete. So I feel like in a generational thing, everybody's gonna have their own, like J. Cole's gonna go down as a legend. One for being here for 10 years, being relevant. Um, bro, he had a song telling us that Lil Pump was gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Like he told Lil Pump like, yo, bro, I'ma be here. You're gonna fall off. And that's exactly what happened. Like, that's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, while J. Cole is winning his Grammy with 21 Savage, Lil Pump is nowhere to be found. You know what
But
I'm
you know
saying?
what
Like,
though? I feel as though J. Cole, and we discussed this earlier, his music has fallen off. It has fallen off. When I hear a record like Middle Child,
yeah.
come on, man.
You think it's like, I feel like that's one of those records where, J. Cole is trying to like give out the message, but put it on records where it can kind of sonically, it can relate to the audience that's loving the sound of today's hip hop.
My favorite J.
And
Cole record off of 2014 is Fire Squad.
yeah, fire, of course. I can see how that's gonna be. Damn, what's my favorite record on 2014? Damn, Fire Squad was tough. Fire Squad was heat. I'm not gonna lie. I really like that album because I'm thinking about he got the shit with TLC. He got no
Oh no, that
Save
was Born
Us.
Sinner.
That was Born Sinner.
Yeah, Born Sinner was Crooked Smile.
Was Crooked Smile. So
Yeah.
Forest Hills Drive was
Oh,
Kevin's
Three
Love.
Adolescents, Love Yours, Apparently, Wet
Yes.
Dreams.
Yes. Oh yes. That's classic already. That record is classic already.
Yep.
And that still get played till this day. Thomas. Maybe. I think J. Cole was trying to like, yeah, I think with the records that he did with KOD and records like Middle Child, he tried to
Appeal to a certain audience.
appeal to a certain audience, but give them the message that he feels that he was gonna give them on other records that we would appreciate. I think he found the way to mesh. And honestly, it kind of worked if you look at it, because these are the records that kind of like they're like, okay, J. Cole, I can play this right here. Which is like, I don't know when it comes to that. He's special though.
And then a couple weeks ago, he drops the song. I don't even have to listen to it. I read the title and I say, what the hell is this? Lion King on Ice? What kind of title is that? What?
I don't know when it comes to him and
What?
Drake be having some of the weirdest titles, but I ain't gonna lie, it be the titles that make somebody click on it though. Like somebody gonna be like, yo, what the hell is Lion King on Ice? Why are you calling it that? And then click on it and say, what are you talking about? And
Hot garbage.
Yo, Max, you crazy. He said hot garbage.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I didn't even know nobody could say hot J. Cole and hot garbage in the same sentence. So let me ask you something. You like the record he got with 21 Savage?
Nah.
Word? That's crazy. All right, so what about the record with him and Travis Scott and Young Thug?
Nope.
I figured you wouldn't like that.
Nope.
To see your response.
Anything past 24. Okay, well, For Your Eyes Only, I didn't like. I didn't
I'm
like.
not gonna lie. The intro of For Your Eyes Only, I really like that song.
I like the outro.
He's singing on damn near the whole song.
I like the outro. That 10-minute song he did, For Your Eyes Only. I like that.
For the Born Sinner was the album that he used to drop. He dropped the day of Kanye, or was that Illuminati?
I can't remember. I can't remember that one at the moment.
That's like, which one is the one with Forbidden Fruit?
Born Sinner.
That's Born Sinner, right?
Yeah, that's Born Sinner. That's it then.
I think that is the one. That is the album he dropped against Kanye.
Yeah,
that album was great.
That album's good. That's not hot garbage. That's a classic.
Yeah, that album is fire. All right, so look, being in the game for 10 years, you can put out a bad. You waived the right to put out a bad album or two.
or three. Let's see how this new one sounds.
Yo, I hope it's not. I hope it's not like KOD because KOD did not have legs. It definitely didn't have legs. It didn't have legs.
In my opinion, Kendrick only had one bad album. That was Damn. Now that's my opinion. One
I ain't
bad
gonna
album.
lie. Do you count Untitled as an album or no? I don't think I
No,
do.
I don't count that as an album.
Yeah, well then, I ain't gonna lie. If you don't, in my opinion, I don't think that nigga has no bad albums. Kendrick is too different, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He's not even in my top 5, but I like that nigga a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I like
He's
him a
good.
lot.
He's good. J. Cole's fallen off. I'm not happy.
I wouldn't put Kendrick over none of the niggas like. If I would, it would probably be Thug. But I need a nigga like that in my 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
I don't. You're different because you try to get into every lane and you understand I understand what's going on. I think it's nonsense, but
like,
it's different because you're an artist.
Yeah, like I genuinely listen to these people. So it's like, it's not like me trying to go in the studio and be like, yo, we got to make one of these type of records. Like, nah, like, now my friends be trying to do that shit. I'm like, bro, nah, we ain't doing that. We not doing that. Yo, we need to make this type of record type of shit. No. You know what I'm saying? Because let shit happen organically. If I do it, if I do a record like that, I do it. If I don't, I won't. We're not about to sit here and just force shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like them 3 guys still shit, the niggas still run the game as far as like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be like, I would have the Meek lane, but I need more. That's why I said Jay, because Jay was for the streets, but he transcended to so many different, like, bro, he did a whole project with Linkin Park. And then
Who would have ever thought that?
Yeah, exactly. Then he did a project with R. Kelly, 2 of them.
Best of Both Worlds and what was the other one?
It was the other one. It was the same thing. It was called, I think it was Back in Business.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, like, so like, you know, and then did another one with Kanye. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's the only person that could really describe what I'm trying to do, because he embodied that. Like, and he was one of the dopest rappers, and he gave you mega hits. Like, he will smoke somebody in the verses with just wild hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's you know.
And speaking of Jay-Z, he kills features. I was talking about the other day, Blackout. DMX's Blackout.
Yeah, he killed that. He killed that. He killed that. I ain't gonna lie. I think he be killing features.
He was on R. Kelly's We Ride. It was Noriega, Cameron, and Jay-Z was on that. And Jay-Z did his thing on that.
Even now, bro, he's kills. Like, he blacked on Meeks Was Free. He killed Drug Dealers Anonymous with
Pusha T. Yep.
Bodied that. He fucking bodied well, I Got the Keys is effortless for him. So that's.
But I think Nas had a better song off that album from Khaled. Nas album Done.
Oh yeah, Nas went dumb on that. But see, all right, now look, to me, Nas. Well, I have to wait. Let me, because Nas album's about to drop.
King's Disease.
Let me listen to the album first, and I'll tell you. Because I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna text you. I'll text you. I'll text you like next week.
Because I didn't like the last project, Nas.
Lost Tapes 2?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I think Lost Tapes should have not been tampered with.
Lost Tapes, the first one was that was great. Purple, great. Fetus.
Yeah, I like fire. Then the Kanye album was subpar.
Adam and Eve. Cop Shot the Kid. Not for radio.
I like Cop Shot the Kid though. I ain't gonna lie.
The Slick Rick sample.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. That's another record on there I definitely like though. So I mean, yeah, it's like it's subpar. It's not crazy, but it's all right. But other than that, like I think I, I don't think Nas does well on certain beats. Like he can't he. You need a certain amount of type of tracks for Nas, like selective. But let's see what Hit Boy did. Because the nigga Nas got a little Dirk on his album. They got Fabio Foreign on his album.
Little Dirk. Oh my. Who would ever think that? Nas rapping with Lil Durk.
Nas rapping with Dirk. You know what's so crazy though? All the street rappers from Legends to now, they love Little Dirk. All of them.
I don't see the
All of them.
appeal. I don't see it.
Like Gilly, the kid, loves the shit out of Lil Durk. That's all he plays. He loves Lil Durk.
Well, I don't know what they're hearing that I don't.
You know what it is? Is because I think you write him off because he sings. But he raps, but he does more singing than anything. He does more singing than anything. And
I don't like them.
And that might be a lot of situations. Like you know what I'm saying? You might write off somebody because there's just so many singers out there. I know I've done it. Like I've wrote off a couple people because it's like, yo.
Well, usually when you get a Lil, besides Wayne or Kim, they're trash. I mean,
wait, hey, Lil Dicky wasn't trash. He could rap.
Diggy Simmons that we're talking about?
No, definitely not. Lil Dicky, the white boy.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Lil Diggy. Lil Dicky. Okay.
Lil Dicky could rap. He was nice.
Yeah.
I don't like all his music. I ain't gonna front, but I like some of his music. He's nice. That might be the only little.
See, they're all trash.
They might be the only little. I'm trying to think right now. I don't know no other little that's like dead nice. Like I ain't gonna lie. G Herbo changed his name, so I can't say Lil Herb. You know what I'm saying? He's G Herbo. Oh yeah, you got me there.
See, that's why.
All the Lils. Oh, man.
You're gonna have to change your name, Lil SNS.
To get in, right?
Yeah.
I was Lil SNS, but I dropped it after a while. Because my pops was like, yo, bro, you're getting older and you tall. Like, it's like, what are we calling you Lil for? I could have been Lil forever, like Lil Kim. But Lil Kim is really Lil. She's short as shit.
Yeah.
And Lil Wayne is Lil still too. He's short as shit.
Yep.
I'm 6'3". Ain't nothing Lil about me.
Starting point guard.
Hey, word. Word. I'm Chris Paul height.
Yep.
Word. He said Chris Paul start point guard. Nah, man. I get it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get where the game is at. I'm not mad because we are the number one genre. And
we're the number one genre in the worst era though. Think about that. It's just crazy.
I said that before too. But you know what? I feel like nowadays, if you just have a strong fan base and they can keep building you up, it don't matter what niggas like, because I love Russ music. I love Russ. Like Russ, I ain't gonna lie. Russ might somebody sooner or later. Somebody in my new generation 5 is getting kicked out for Russ. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Russ is dope, bro. They can rap, he can sing, he makes dope ass music. The nigga's independent. He produces his own shit. He mixes his own shit. He performs with no opener in front of the biggest stages ever. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if there's any career in the new era that I would choose to have, it'd be Russ. Like, yo, bro, the nigga sold out 8,000 people in Egypt. Who is performing in Egypt?
You never hear of it.
You never hear of it, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Russ is major, bro. I ain't gonna front. I like him a lot. That's so it's like That's why I really try to give, man. That's why I try to give all vibes. I try to all the time. You got Not a Humble Summer too. It's definitely one of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? Giving everybody these vibes. Definitely got to give you some bars. Definitely got to talk to the ladies. Definitely got to be up in the clubs. I definitely got to give somebody something that when it feels like nothing is going their way and they down, you know what I'm saying? Something that let them know that, yo, you're not alone. That's Project Thoughts, to let them know like, yo, you're not alone. Or whatever you're down about is nothing compared to the type of shit that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? So I try to give them all of that. And you know what I'm saying, even with the dance move, I knew that was gonna get everybody going and get everybody having some fun. And I'm from Harlem, so I like to have fun. And the video is doing wonders. I think I did a smart move by not
Vivo.
putting yeah, man. Check it out right now on YouTube. It's almost at 20,000. I think it's only been out for 2 weeks. It's rising. I think when it comes to that, like I feel like the record itself, I think I did it smart by, and this is my first time ever doing this, but I didn't put the record out on streaming platforms first. Like as soon as I just kept teasing everybody with it. And then when I dropped it with the video. And then the
Numbers went
video,
up.
yeah, the numbers went
The
up. I
views
think
went
that's
up. The fan
yeah, the
base
views,
grows from there.
yeah. And then people start getting more involved. They start seeing and people love the video. And then you got people like Jim posting it and stuff like that, sending more people my way. A lot of DJs loving the record. And then when they go check out the record and they go get the video, they go see the video. They're like, oh damn, this video is fire. The video, people love the video because it just embodies where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And that record itself gives me people my age and then the people like very, 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 very young, like teenagers, to the point where because everybody's dancing, everybody loves to have fun and everybody dance. I love to have that type of stuff at home. That's the type of stuff Jim loves me for. Jim loves me because I can rap, but he loves the fact that I give that feel, you know what I'm saying, that people feel good of what Harlem has, of what Harlem is about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I try. That's why I feel like I really executed well on Not a Humble Summer. You know what I'm saying? It's and I don't do Not a Humble Summers every summer. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like the last Not a Humble Summer I did was in 2018. So the next one, I don't know when, but I
You
will
killed the
be working.
first track on that, Not a Humble Summer. That's my favorite one. The intros, you always go barred out.
I have to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I have to, you know what I'm saying? All the time, I had to.
You had a line on
Uh,
there, wear more rollies than them handcuffs. I think that's what it was.
oh, I, I say, yeah, I'm a nigga that wore rollies and wore handcuffs.
Oh, okay,
Cause,
yeah, yeah. I
because
listened to
it's
that
true.
track. Yep.
Because it's true, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm that person that did both. You get both sides of the spectrums. You know what I'm saying? One comes with hate, jealousy, envy, and beef,
Mm-hmm.
unnecessary beef. The other comes with turmoil, pain, and when I mean pain not just to me, but pain that I cause to the loved ones around me. Uh, also, it comes with distraction. Like, you know, being locked up is definitely a distraction. It could throw you off your game. It could it could it could make you start from square one, and it'd be hard to get back to where you was. I've seen a lot of guys be up with the bag, everything, get indicted, get locked up, do a little bit of time, come home, don't got none of that shit. They got to literally start again. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I know what both of them shits feel like, and you know, you gotta explain that. You gotta explain. I try my best to basically embody a Not a Humble Summer, even in No Chill Button 2. the I embody, you know, another humble summer. Just giving you my life, but also giving you the flex because niggas gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? That's what's in Harlem. Grittiness, but flashiness. You know what I'm saying? It's concrete roses in Harlem, if that makes sense. That's that. Not literally, but figuratively. It's concrete roses in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, not a humble summer 2 out now on streaming platforms.
Oh man, there you have it. I appreciate you too. I want to thank you for putting me in that event. I know it didn't happen with COVID-19. With rest in peace to Fred the Godson.
Yeah, rest in peace, Fred, man. I'm heated that whole thing went down, man. Definitely rest in peace to Fred. That kind of hurt me. I didn't see that coming. Fred was a good dude. He always showed me love, like always. He always rooted for me, and it's just sad because he's no longer here, and it's crazy that you could see the impact that he had on like New York City, as much as all of us really loved him, and we loved him. Like he was a very good dude, and it's whack. You know what I'm saying? The COVID shit really hit my boy, and I thought he was getting better and then when I heard we lost him, it's crazy, man. Like I'm almost numb to a lot of people's death because I've got a lot of deaths this year, not even just of COVID, like people being killed. So I'm pretty numb right now when it comes to death, but that one was crazy because it definitely impacted us in the city. And we were supposed to have a dope event. The dope passed the Oaks. I had Jewel on the bill. I had
Yep.
Fred, you know what I'm saying? I had Sin City coming. It was gonna be dope, you know what I'm saying? And then COVID happened. And I was hoping that as soon as it opened up, I was gonna have Fred back on it. And then that happened, man. So, you know what I mean? My prayers go out to Fred's family, his kids, the whole TBM movement. Hold your head, Fat Boy, Izzo. Hold your head, Jacquay. Hold your head, Rome, Star Mayday. Everybody else around him. You know what I mean? Hold your head, man. He's watching down on y'all, on all of us. You know, we just got to keep making him proud because he rooted for all of us.
He's someone who really cared about the game, cared about the bars too.
Yeah, he definitely his pen game was definitely vicious. 100%. You know, nobody could take that away from Fred. You know what I'm saying? He can rap his ass off. You know, if y'all haven't, please make sure y'all go get God Level. Is that what it's called? I think it's called God Level. I think it's called God Level or God Flow. I think it's God Level. His project, he was pushing that right before he passed. You know, definitely a New York. He definitely gonna go down as a New York legend. Rest in peace, Fred.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
SNS is going to be the next big thing out of New York City.
Oh, you
He's
better
already got the
believe
buzz.
it.
He's already got the buzz.
Yeah, we got the buzz. We really bring people out in the city. Don't get it confused. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really bring people out. We bring people out. All my events be packed. You know what I'm saying? We bring people out. Anything that I throw should be lit. You know what I'm saying? We bring people out. People love showing love to your boy. You know what I'm saying? And when we do vids and we telling everybody come out, people come out. You know what I'm saying? We really have a good love in the city. You know what I'm saying? Um, the plan is to just keep expanding because I definitely have supporters in other places. I check my analytics, like, so we have, and we definitely have support in other places. We definitely get support by Philly, Cali, CT, a bunch of places, and some of these places I haven't even been yet. Like, what I'm saying? I get support in Canada. I haven't been there. I got love in Japan. I haven't been there. So when COVID is over, when this whole pandemic is over, and we can start really going places, I definitely can't wait to travel more. Like, there's people doing a few traveling. I plan on leaving the state soon, but I'm just not going everywhere. I might go to Charlotte, I might go to CT, and I might go to Philly because the cases are over there pretty low.
Yeah.
So I can go over there. Atlanta, I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Right now.
They're a hot spot.
Yeah. So but we're gonna definitely keep elevating. I just love I love the feedback I'm getting off this project. It's
Stories are going crazy.
Yeah, man.
Everyone's reposting.
Everybody's reposting. I couldn't even repost that's everybody that's reposting and tagging me. That's not everybody that I see sharing it, because I've seen certain people that shared it, but I didn't want to screenshot a whole bunch of people that's just sharing it and then throwing it up. That was just too much. So everybody that tagged me, I support it. Everybody that tagged me, thank you. Everybody that shared it anyway, thank you. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody that's showing love to this project. Everybody showing love to the single dance move. I appreciate everybody that appreciates the music that I give them. I like to thank, Jack Doe for believing in my vision. My circle is small, but it's very, very effective. I want to thank the Icy Gang family, Bag Talk ENT. And, I thank my pops for making me and moms for making me, thank the support system that I have, my lady, shouts to the home team, because everybody kept me focused. Everybody kept me on my toes, and I haven't been this excited for music in a while. So I'm really loving it, and you're gonna see it, because you're gonna see me flood with these videos, flooded with. Oh, shout out to Wild too. They sent me another.
Oh, the checks! I saw that. The checks. You're still getting them checks.
Yeah, still getting them Wild checks. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to that. Viacom, you foul as shit for kicking my nigga Nick Cannon off. Give my man back his Wild Out. You know what I mean? But it's pretty much it. Shouts to you, Max, for always supporting and loving the essence of hip hop, the things that we love. Harlem.
Yeah, you already know. You already know that.
Yeah, man.
Riding the wave. Like Absolutely. Max B, the wave.
Free Max B. Much love to my boy. Free him. And shouts to Harlem, man. Shouts to Harlem for sticking with me forever. And shouts to New York City for always having my back and always showing me when I think that people ain't rocking with me. Shout out to y'all for always proving me wrong.
We're rocking with you. I'm rocking with you, even though maybe the mumble rap fan is, and I am though.
We got mumble rap music for them. I just don't mumble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't mumble. You actually can hear what I'm saying.
You don't need Google lyrics or Genius lyrics.
Nah, you ain't got to do that. You can just listen 1 or 2 times and you got it.
Yep. What do you think is to end the interview? What's the best bar on the album? The projects, I should call it. The project.
Ooh, the best bar. I got two. Well, I got a setup which is on the intro, and then I got a bar on the outro. On the intro, I said, keep the mask on, murder him swiftly. That way, the only person knowing who shot you is
Was
Biggie.
Biggie.
And the bad boys I be with, they never met Diddy. You know what I mean? And the last bar on the intro, on the outro, just because it's true and it's some shit that really popped that shit and really talk about. Grew up on Capo telling Nas he smack his kufi off. Now I'm the nigga Capo rooting for. You know what I mean? It was my favorite two bars right there. Intro and outro.
Fire.
Not a Humble Summer 2, man. Not a Humble Summer 2. Out now on all streaming platforms. Go
Download
get that
it.
shit.
Don't just stream it. Download it. Give them a bag.
Yeah, man.
Give them a bag.
Yeah, why not? Why not, man? You ain't gonna be unsatisfied. You're gonna get everything you need on there. You need some talkery, it's on there. You need something for the ladies, it's on there. You getting ready for the club and you need some club music to get you right, it's on there. You got a nice fit and you need that music to make you feel confident about the fit, it's on there.
Drill record, it's on there.
Yeah, you wanna get one of those in? It's on there. You know, I got another one coming on the deluxe too. That one is fire. I ain't gonna lie. It's called Wavy. That shit fire.
That's gonna go hard.
Yeah, that shit fire. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'll be looking forward to that one. When do you think you gotta drop a gem here? You don't gotta give me an exact date, but when do you think you're dropping that deluxe?
You said what?
When do you think you're gonna drop the deluxe?
Hold on. I can't even hear you no more. I don't know what the fuck. My shit on mute. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you perfect.
Okay.
I had you on.
When can we expect you to drop the deluxe?
In September. I gotta talk to Jack though, cause he ain't know about it, and I gotta stop doing that. That was like a spirit of the moment. I ain't gonna lie, it was a spirit of the moment thing, cause the Jim verse fell in my lap. He want to shoot the video ASAP. You know what I'm saying? And that record is a vibe. It's for the summer. I'll close the summer out right like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I just did it, and I felt like doing a deluxe because I see that's the new wave right now. I see all the other rappers just
yeah, but deluxe albums have always been a thing. All of a sudden now it's just a special thing.
But you know what it is now that's different that I'm not with? Like a lot of these niggas is doing like a whole different album.
Yeah, no, it's like a double album.
With the other albums, that's like 40 songs. I'm cool, bro. This deluxe is having 5 extra songs, and that's it. Because of the Jim record, and because I shot a video with me and OnStar called "Head to the Sky," definitely an important record, and that video should be coming out pretty soon. So. You know, I felt like, yo, how can I get all these records and how can I have these records out and benefit on them and bring that clout to my project? I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, niggas is doing deluxes right now. It's like mad deluxes going on right now. I'm like, you know what? Deluxe. I'm gonna do a deluxe. Nobody up and coming like me is doing it. So I said, fuck it, why not?
And you're going to dominate that lane, too.
Yeah, kill it. And kill it. Oh, and I got a record on there that's... You remember Streets Need Soul? Remember No Hook?
Yep.
No Hook Reloaded is on the deluxe.
Oof.
Wait, see, the 2 records on there for you is No Hook Reloaded and Go Turbo. Go Turbo is...
Bars.
Turbo is different. Go Turbo, because that's what we doing. That's my whole campaign. That's what I'm doing from here on out. We going turbo. I ain't even turning up no more. I'm already turned. We going turbo. Straight up. We going turbo all year. You know what I'm saying? So gear up, get ready for that. I mean, it's my first time announcing it, so I ain't even gonna announce it on the gram. I'm not even announcing it on the gram until.
You gotta tell people to watch this interview. You gotta tell them.
Yeah, tell niggas watch this interview. You feel me? And they'll, you feel me? They'll get, yeah. That's really, that's all they gotta do to get everything. That's all they need. They gotta watch this interview and get these gems.
Yep.
Shit, man.
There's a lot of them. Real hip hop talk. Not a Humble Summer 2. The Deluxe. The Jim Jones verse. The videos.
Yeah.
Much more.
Yeah, man. On the way. Oh yeah, and I'm definitely already gearing up to. I'm writing these. I'm about to come out with 2 books. An adult book, and the adult book is called "Love Me Now Before They All Love Me," just like how I did the movie. I have a book, dope book, and then I'm gonna have a kids book. Kids book gonna be fire though. Like that kids book is gonna be so fire because of the concept.
Yeah.
Fire. So stay tuned for those too. Those will be coming out in the fall. Now we got a lot of things moving, man.
You're on a roll.
Some of the web series will be shot next summer. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a nice little series. We're gonna shoot that next summer. I was gonna shoot it this summer, but I ain't know how COVID was gonna be. I thought COVID was gonna take over the whole majority of the summer.
COVID, let me tell you this about this. As bad as COVID's been, COVID has really gave me some gifts here. You see that, like the people I've been able to pull on my show during this time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You've got a lot. You've had a couple hitters. Like you got some hitters on here. You had Dazzy Capone. You had Schoolie. I seen you in East. Yeah, you got some hitters on there.
Can't forget Fat Joe, man. That's the king.
Yeah, I seen the Fat Joe one. I was like, yo, Max is wilding right now. Shouts to this though, man. Zoom is. I argued my pops down with Zoom not too long ago too. Like,
yeah.
I really didn't care for Zoom, but because so many interviews that I had to do, and everybody's doing it on Zoom, I had to understand it. I had to just roll with the punches. I don't mind though. I kind of like this, the way I kind of like to do interviews like this better than Instagram because that shit too much, and the shit will shut you off after a certain time.
Yeah. You love these 2-hour interviews. We did a 2-hour one at St. John's.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But I mean, with me, you got a lot to talk about because you know I ain't one. I got a bunch of content to deliver, and because you know I know my shit. So it's kind of like it's more like a conversation than an interview. I know some of the artists that you got. It feels like an interview.
Yeah. This is more of a I look at this more as a conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That's how I'm looking at it. Like I look at it like I'm actually like FaceTiming you.
That's what makes it a movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
But movie's a term out here right now, but it's turbo right now. We're changing.
Yeah, it's turbo. Actually, it'll be turbo. You know what I'm saying? This interview is gonna be turbo. Not a Humble Summer 2 is going turbo right now. You know, we going turbo. That's it. We going turbo, man. Not a Humble Summer 2. We going turbo. Tell niggas step it up, because we not going nothing else but fucking turbo. You feel me? Harlem. You know what I'm saying?
There we have it.
You know?
There we have it.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all keep tuning in to my guy, Mad Max, man. He got the dopest interviews, the dopest cloth talk. You know what I'm saying? Real hip-hop shit.
I appreciate that, SNS. You already know you're doing it for the culture. That's why I respect you. You keep it 100 at all times. You know what's going on in
Yeah.
this industry right now. But we're gonna change that. Anything else you want to get out on the show, man?
Not a Humble Summer 2 out now on all streaming platforms, and make sure you tune into the video Dance Move right now on YouTube, Vivo. You know what I'm saying? And follow me on all streaming on all social medias at SNS underscore ICYGANG. That's SNS underscore Icy Gang. And just keep up with and follow the campaign. And you'll get a date of the deluxe. You already heard it. You already heard it here first. So just tune in.
Yeah. All right, SNS. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Shout out to Jack Doe, the best manager in the game.
Yes, absolutely. I'm betting it all on him because he's betting it all on me. I owe that man a yacht.
All right, SNS. Thanks again for coming on. You know, you're always welcome. When you drop the next thing, you got to come back on.
100%. I appreciate you. 100%. You always rock with me, so you know it's bulletproof love over here.
No doubt. All right. Let's get off this thing and stay tuned. Everyone go get Not a Humble Summer 2.
Bitch.